Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome to another card and affirmation of the day. I hope everyone is doing fine. Let me just adjust this camera a little bit. Hi Zoe, lovely to see people popping on. Let me see. Okay, yes, we are live. So it's good to be back and doing another card and affirmation of the day. And as always, let me just get my notebook here for after I've done my card of the day. I am going to pick 5 names who would like a card during the live. And anyone that misses out on the card during the live, don't worry about it. You can go to my profile. I have a brand new readings list on there. You can put your name down for a card reading and in the comments, and I will let you know that you're on my readings list. And every day I will be doing 2 to 3 names from that list and doing a reading for you, and I will tag your name in your particular reading. Hello, Kathy. Yay! I'm glad you were able to catch me live as well. Lovely to see you on here. So, I'm going to start with my affirmation of the day. I gave this affirmation a lot of thought when I got up this morning. I thought, what can I do for an affirmation? And you know what? I am worthy. That's the affirmation of today. I am worthy. Oh, Kathy, you are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Do you know what? I've only been on TikTok for like 4 or 5 weeks, and I've met some amazing people like Kathy on here, and I'm not used to it. I'm not used to the likes because anyone that doesn't know me, I'm registered blind. I don't see very well, so I have to go close to the screen to read your comments. And some of the comments I may miss, but I do save the lives and I do put them onto my YouTube channel so that I can catch up with everybody. Oh, I love you too, girl. Oh no, don't you hate that? Teenagers are the worst, absolutely worst. Do you know what? It's lovely to see everybody jumping on new names and names that I know, but you know, I have been on social media for quite a few years, and I started off with Facebook. And at the beginning, Facebook was really, really good, but then not so good. And then I am also on Instagram. But my followers didn't go up very well on Instagram either. And a friend of mine said, you're going to have to try TikTok, you know. And I tried TikTok, and I have to say I have met some amazing people on here. If my birds get too noisy, I may have to just go and silence them because they get excited when I go live sometimes. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? And you know what? The reason I chose I am worthy is, as an affirmation is because so many people are, so are you. So are you. Do you know what? Kathy is lovely. If anyone on here hasn't followed Kathy yet, you're going to have to follow her. She's absolutely amazing. She supports absolutely everybody on this app, including me. And you know what? Her posts make me smile. Absolutely every day. She makes me smile. So if you're not already following Kathy Lely, why not? Go follow her. She is amazing. So, yeah. Thank you for the roses. And the wishing bottle. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Give me 2 seconds, people. I'm going to have to silence my birds because if I don't, they're going to take over the show. Anybody that's had African grey parrots know what I'm talking about. 2 seconds, people. Now, what is it they say? Never work with children and animals. Oh, you're welcome. Do you know what? Respect where respect is earned, because one thing that I have found on this app is, you know, if you don't put in the work to get to know people, if you're just on TikTok just to like, scroll, you're not going to get anywhere on here. But one thing I have learned is find your tribe. Find the ones that make you smile every day. And certainly Kathy has made me smile every day. And a lot of my other followers have made me smile every day. Now, don't get me wrong. I know, ladies, right? We do have those irritating men. You know the ones I'm talking about. Do you want a sugar daddy? No, I'm sweet enough, thank you very much. Don't take sugar in my tea anyway, but thank you anyway. You know, and hi, where are you from? Are you married? Oh yeah, you are married, but do you want another man? No, I don't. One's enough. Oh, thank you. Hello, famous Ash. Lovely to see you. Good evening, Debbie. Lovely to see you as well. And anybody else that I've missed while I've been silencing my parrots. But you know that you're going to get that on every app, right? But the thing is, we have on every single app that I've ever been on a thing called the block button. It's an amazing button. If you've never tried it, you really should try it. You know, and if you've got those irritating little men that come in, ask you if you'd like 1 lump or 2 lump in your sugar daddy bake their coffee, you can just hit those 3 dots and then hit block. Poof, they're gone. It's magic. Ever tried it? Perfect. You know, nobody gets upset, nobody gets hurt, and you get peace from them. But I have found that the majority of people, and especially the women on here, OMG, the women on here are so supportive. Women supporting women, women uplifting women, that's what I'm all about. You know, hi Jenny, hi. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you so much, thank you so much. It's just lovely to see so many different people from all different walks of life. When I first looked at TikTok many years ago, or a few years ago, I would go on it and you would see all these teenagers, right, doing all these fancy step works and moves and, you know, hopping up and down stairs. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I did that, I'd do myself an injury. And it didn't really appeal to me. And it was only about 4 or 5 weeks ago, a friend of mine called Tracy, who's also on TikTok, said, you need to take your talents, you need to take your readings to where they're more appreciated, you need to try TikTok. And I thought, it's full of teenagers. I'm 57. I ain't going hoppy-doppy do you up and downstairs. My goodness me, I'll break something. You know, not me. And plus, I can't bloody see to go up and hopping up and down the stairs anyway. But she said, oh no, she says, the young ones have buggered off to Instagram or somewhere else, and it's all good people that are left. So I decided, come out my comfort zone and give this TikTok thing a try. And you know what? It is ultimately the best decision that I have ever made, because I have made some wonderful friends here. Hi, Gray. Thank you for the likes, Kathy. Thank you everyone for the likes and the gifts. Do you know what? I appreciate all of that. I'm just too spoiled by yous. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, you know, we meet so many wonderful people here. And, you know, I've met some wonderful friends with the male population too. But guys, if you're coming on to follow me and hi, how you doing, sugar daddies and stuff like that, just be warned, you'll either get ignored or blocked. I do have a wonderful man in my life, and you can't touch him. He's amazing. He actually saved me from abuse 8 years ago, and we've been together ever since. So I'm highly delighted with it. I'm happy with just him in my life. I'm a one-man woman, guys, sorry. So, plus, this is TikTok, not Plenty of Fish. That's a different app completely. Go to the App Store, look up Plenty of Fish. You'll find plenty of fish there. I'm good. Oh, it's lovely to see everybody popping on. So let's carry on with the I am worthy affirmation. Why did I pick that? I've had so many people come to me for different reasons. Some, because I'm a Reiki master, some people say, can you send me Reiki healing? Yes, of course I can. If you're sick, I will send healing your way. And a lot of them will say, but I'm not worthy to receive healing. Just leave me be, you know, or, you know, women who have been through abuse, the last thing they feel is worthy. And that's because abusers will put you down at every single step. And they'll put you down to the extent that whatever they say, you will believe. So if they tell you you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, you're too fat, you're too thin, or, you know, you're the reason that they get angry and lash out, etc., etc., the last thing you think is, I am worthy. But you know what? We were all born in this world free. We have free mind, free will, free spirit. And we should never, ever allow anyone to take that from us. We should never allow anyone to judge us. We should be who we are and love who we are. And I'm here to tell you, I learned after 50 years of bullying and abuse that I am worthy of a hell of a lot more than that. I'm worthy to be loved. I'm worthy to have friends. I never had friends when I was in my ex-marriage because he chased all my friends away or stopped me from seeing them. I am worthy to do what I want, when I want, and how I want, and what makes my soul happy. I am worthy to have friends in my life that support me as much as I support them. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of success. I am worthy to be able to stand up and say, this is me. If you don't like it, the door is exit left, or you can choose exit right. Sometimes it's hard to ask negative people to step aside. Sometimes it's hard, especially when it's family that are judging you. But do you know what? They're not you, and you're not them. They're not walking in your shoes. Everyone has their own path to live. A good indication of this, or a good example of this, was here in Scotland not so long ago. It was only a few years back. I stay in Scotland with my partner. and they were having the general elections and the general votes. And everybody wanted Scotland to go independent, or some people did. So they had a referendum to actually vote for independence. And the ones that wanted independence, behind the scenes, bullied those that voted against independence. And what ended up happening was that own family members fell out with their family members. If a brother voted SNP for Scotland independence and another voted Labour, the one that voted Labour was outcast, bullied, shunned. Families never spoke to each other. Why? Because they had a different opinion, because they had a different belief, because they wanted something different. What's wrong with that? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, we should be free to vote whoever we want to vote for. Personally, I don't vote for anyone or any party. I feel that politicians are made to rule the masses. And if there's any law to be broken, I will break it. During the pandemic, millions of people were asked to take the vaccine for the COVID. I don't do chemicals. I never have, and I never will. And especially a vaccine that carries COVID. Why would you want to put COVID in your system? Now, I have been vaccine-free since the pandemic started and ended here in Scotland. I have been around people who have had COVID, and I have not developed COVID. So how can that be? It's because all the ones that developed COVID where I stay had the vaccine. I didn't have the vaccine. That told me a lot. And I would often argue about the masks as well, because I can't see very well anyway, and putting a mask on would mean that I would have to see less. So I refused to wear a mask as well. Oh, thank you. Hello, Lucy. How are you? You've just arrived. You've not missed much. I'm just talking about I am worthy. That's our that's the motto, the affirmation of the day. So one of my reasons for not wearing a mask was, let's think about how we breathe, folks, right? And I hope, this is going to really blow the mind, but the right way of breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Although I know people that breathe in and out through the mouth more than they do with the nose. But let me tell you why that is. When you breathe in through the nose, you're filling your whole body with oxygen. The oxygen squeezes out the carbon monoxide. And that carbon monoxide, we breathe out the mouth. Right? Carbon monoxide is bad juju, right? And when I do my meditations, the first thing I will teach anyone that does my meditations is breathe in through the nose, and there is a proper way of breathing. And when you try it, it will blow your mind. When you're breathing in through the nose, put your hand on your diaphragm or your tummy. When you're breathing in, your tummy should blow out like a balloon. You should fill your lungs and your tummy with air. Some people breathe in and their tummy is pulled in. That's the wrong way to breathe. You need to make sure you're getting maximum oxygen into your body. And the way to do that is place your hands on your tummy, breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe in, feel the air expand into the stomach. Allow the air to push the stomach and the diaphragm out as far as it's going to go. And then breathe out through the mouth. Now, when you do that a few times, if you're not used to breathing that way, you might get a bit lightheaded, and that's absolutely fine because you're filling the whole body with more oxygen than you would if you were just half breathing. You know, if you just kind of take shorter breaths. But if you take deep breaths in and blow it out, you'll feel a whole relaxation all through the body. But don't take my word for it, try it. And then, if you do that often enough, you do it automatically. And pure oxygen getting into that bloodstream is going to mean that you're going to be a lot healthier. And when your diaphragm and your stomach is filled of oxygen, the carbon monoxide gases that is in our gut and in our diaphragm is pushed out, and we push that carbon monoxide out of our mouths. Now, throw a mask into the fray. So I'm just going to use my cardigan for an example. So you have a mask. What are you doing? What are you covering up? You're covering up where the pure oxygen goes. So when you're breathing in and trying to fill your diaphragm up, right? How can you do that with a mask covering that and stopping the oxygen flow from outside from going into the nose? You can't. You're only going to get half the oxygen. That's not even the scary part. That isn't even the scary part. Yeah, exactly. My partner has asthma. Yay, well done. Hello, Ink. Hi, everyone. So, imagine when you've got this mask on, you are breathing less oxygen, and then what are you doing? You're breathing carbon monoxide out. Where does the carbon monoxide go? Into the mask. So your next breath that you take in, you are breathing that carbon monoxide back in. You are toxifying the body. Go figure. So it makes sense that a lot of mask wearers developed lung problems or breathing problems. Of course they were, because they were breathing in carbon monoxide and oxygen all in the one go. And I have never worn a mask, and I have never taken the vaccine, and I am healthier than most people at my age. And yet, an old gentleman who is a very dear friend of ours, and he's just retired, so he's 65 and he's just retired. He was petrified to take the vaccine. And so, but he took it anyway because he felt that's what the government told us to do. He now has long COVID. He almost died with the COVID that he developed after he took the vaccine. And his family almost lost him. He survived, but he still suffers the effects even today. And that was 4 or 5 months on. So where does that fit in with I am worthy? You are worthy to make your own choices. I had a lady, including vaccines and including whether you should wear a mask. A lot of people didn't know that what the governments were actually doing in forcing people to try and to take vaccines and to wear masks was against the Human Rights Act, the Freedom of Rights Act. Yay! Oh, I'm glad you're writing in your journal. How are you finding the journal writing? Keeping dreams in journals and writing down all your past hurts and stuff and burning it or burying it in the garden is so liberating. Because at the end of the day, you are worthy to live your life stress-free, harassment-free. You are worthy to release all the past hurt that you have endured in the past. And I'm so glad to hear that people are journaling. That's fantastic. It is, and it's so freeing. Have you found it easy to journal or have you found it difficult? For me, I'm still journaling from the abuse. I went through 50 years of bullying and abuse, and I still keep my journal, and I still, anything that triggers, because if you've gone through abuse, you'll know what I mean by triggers, right? Anybody that's went through abuse, we go through post-traumatic stress, and there are certain triggers that can trigger everything back. And sometimes when we're looking back and we're journaling that, it can kind of bring those triggers to the forefront and cause just the same pain as when you experienced it. But keep going through that pain, because that pain, going back, reliving that pain, reliving that trauma and writing it down, getting it out here and writing it down. Yes, it might bring tears, it might bring anger, it might bring frustration, but you're getting it out. And then once you've got it all out, and then you burn it or you bury it in the earth, the immense relief that you get from that is, there's not a feeling on this earth like it. There truly isn't. I'm so glad it's helping. Thank you for the shares. But yeah, my partner has asthma as well, and he has never worn a mask. We went into a restaurant once, and we were asked to wear a mask, and I said my partner can't wear a mask; he's got asthma. And she said, "Oh, it's the restaurant's policy; everyone must wear a mask." And she said, well, you can wear a mask to the table, and then when you're at the table, you can take the mask off. And I said, I can't wear a mask because I can't see where I'm going. My partner had to guide me to the table. And I just took the mask and ripped it up. And I thought, I'm not doing it. If they want to lose custom, they can lose custom, but it's my right not to wear a mask. She didn't say anything after that, let me tell you, but this is how people can force us to do things that we really, really don't want to do. And we shouldn't ever be forced to do something that doesn't feel right to us, or that we know is going to damage our health in some way. We should never do that. So you are worthy to say no to anything that you think is going to harm your health, including vaccines, including, and a lot of people say, well, if I don't get my vaccine, I don't go on holiday. And I'm thinking to myself, I choose my health over a holiday. I'm sorry, but I do. And why on earth would anybody want to go on holiday during a big epidemic like COVID that is worldwide? And I just thought, wow, just wow. But I respect those that did decide to take the vaccine. My son has autism, and he went through an awful time during the COVID because he wanted to see his idol, which was Katherine Jenkins, but he didn't want the vaccine. But he was told that if he didn't get the vaccine, he wouldn't get into the concert to see her. So it took his care staff, because he's 35 and he has carers going in to help him, And it took his carers a long time to persuade him to get the vaccine. And he got the vaccine. And when he went to see his idol, Catherine Jenkins, they didn't even ask him for his vaccine passport. He could have quite easily still not been vaccinated, but yet still got in to see her. So it just kind of goes to show. And then when you see Boris Johnson having parties and breaking every COVID law in the book, it says a lot, doesn't it? Oh, bless. I'm so glad it is helping. Hi, Leo. So that's our affirmation of the day is I am worthy. I am worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy to be loved. You are worthy to be respected. You are worthy to say no to negative people and things in your life. You are worthy to be loved and to love with your whole heart. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of success. You are worthy to be you. There is nothing that you cannot do if you really want to do it, because you're worthy of so much. And never allow anyone to tell you any different. When you tell yourself, I am worthy, with conviction and with meaning it, then you realize, you know what? Yeah, I am. I am worthy to be loved. I am worthy to be who I am. And other people have no right to judge me for the person that I am. What you see with me is what you get. You know, some people will say, oh, you're one of these scammer readers. No, I will never jump in your DM box and ask you if you want a reading. I will never say, come on, shower me with gifts. That's up to the individual. I will never do these, you know, the ones that you see, the readers that you see here on TikTok that say, I will give anyone a reading if they send their gifts. And people are sending thousands and thousands of gifts. And only maybe 5 or 6 people out of those viewers will get a reading. I'm not into that. When I choose 5 people to read a card for when I'm doing these lives, it's not gifts that I'm asking for. I just simply say, put a pretty emoji, hearts, unicorns, whatever, and I will just pick a name or 5 names at random. And, you know, if people send gifts, they send gifts, and I do appreciate the gifts. I truly, truly do. But I won't sit here and say, send me a gift. That's not my thing. And if anyone's been on my profile, they will know that I do free readings. I have a free readings list. And every day it grows. And I did one free reading for a young gentleman, and he said, I put my name down a week ago and you've just got round to doing my free reading. And I said to him, well, 1, I do 3 readings a day if I'm not super, super busy. And 2, you know, I put the names down in order that they come on the list. And I will go through as many as I can. It may take a few days to go through that list, and it may take longer than a day. However, if I've commented on your request for a reading that you are on my list, you better believe you're on my list. And I will give all the free readings. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm like that too, Shard. There are. No, I don't take anybody for granted. Um, I just don't. What you see is what you get. What I do on here is my free will to do it. I'll come on and give people advice. I'll send healing to those that need healing. I'll do free readings for anyone that wants a free reading. And do you know, the ones that come out and say I am fake or whatever, you don't know me. And you are entitled to your opinion. But here's the thing. I know who I am. I know what my life purpose is. And your opinion of me, if it's a negative opinion or it's an untrue opinion, will not resonate with me. I just don't buy into it. So it's entirely up to yourself if you want to judge me without even knowing me. And you know what? That's where the world and its brother goes wrong. We judge people without actually getting to know them. But anybody that has been following my lives or sees what I do on TikTok will know that what you see is what you get. Do you know, hate is a negative opinion. Now, nobody hates, you know, I don't hate anyone. I really don't hate anyone. Hate is a negative energy, and it's you know, love is the highest energy to work from. Love and respect and understanding. Hate is the lowest form of energy. I prefer to use the highest energy. So, you know, and it's nothing to do with scrutiny. You know, you can scrutinize me all you want, but your scrutiny, your judgments of who I am, I do not own them, and I will not own them. If it's positive judgments, then yes, of course I'll accept positive judgments. But if you're throwing, you know, negative judgments to anyone, then you're not working at a higher vibration. And everyone is worthy of the right to say, no, I'm going to continue to be me. I lived 30 years with abuse of people telling me I cannot do this. I cannot go on social media. I cannot do my readings. I cannot do this. I've had people saying you can't do this because you are blind. When I got free from that abuse, I'm doing exactly the opposite. Yes, I may be registered blind, but my third eye is acute. I have been communicating with spirit since the day I was born, and let me tell you, I was born blind. But I will never, ever allow anyone now to put me down or to put other people who have gone through abuse or bullying or who have disabilities. I will never stand and allow them to be put down, ever. And if you're coming in my DM boxes doing that, or you're coming onto my TikTok to do that. Consider yourself blocked, because I don't deal with negative people who set out to be rude or judgmental of other people when they haven't even walked in that person's shoes or even actually get to know that person. I tried making you moderator. I don't know if it's because you haven't got 1K followers yet, Lucy, but it wouldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't let me. I wonder if I can, let me click on Lucy a little second, see if I can make her moderator. Manage. Not sure if I can. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to find all of that out, Lucy. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it won't make. I don't know why it won't allow me to make you moderator. I have no idea. Yeah, definitely. Because I found the moderator bit on the. If anyone else is watching this and they know about moderators, can you please let me know? Do you need 1K followers to do it to be a moderator for a live? I'm just sort of learning the ropes as I go along here too, but yeah. I'm not sure myself. Let's see. Doo-doo. Yeah, you're going to have to start making TikTok so that we can boost you so that you can be a moderator. Definitely. But do you know what? It's absolutely fine because we have the right on this just to ignore the comment. You know, I tend to not ignore negative comments, and that's the best way to be it. Hi, Olivia. Sorry. But yeah, anybody, do you know what? Even though Lucy can't be an official moderator, if I miss anybody's hi, Lucy's gonna say hi on my behalf because I don't like not saying hi to everyone. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Do you know what? Yeah, let's just ignore the negative. You know, anybody sees any negative comments or whatever else, let's just ignore them. Don't give them the. Thank you, Lucy, for the likes. Okay, so that's the affirmation. I am worthy, and we are worthy enough to be able to ignore anyone that comes onto lives with negative comments, etc., etc. Lucy, I will look into the moderator thing and put feelers out there and see how the moderator works. But I will try, and what I tend to do with these videos as well is I do save the video and I put it onto my YouTube and my Facebook group. So if anyone has missed any of my videos and they want to go back and view it, you'll find the links to my YouTube channel on my TikTok bio. There's a clickable link, and it's my website, and it has, on my website, you'll see a page that has all my social media links where you will find me. And after I after I've done this live, I always record it and save it to my YouTube. No, I'm from Scotland, but I have an unusual accent because my parents were in the RAF. So I have been everywhere. I was born in Germany, in an RAF hospital there. I have been to Cyprus and Malta. We stayed in England for a while, and then my parents came up here to Scotland, and I've been in Scotland ever since. So I've kind of picked up a bit of everything in my accent, which is why I've got an unusual accent. What a lovely name, Empathic Witch, another sister witch, merry meet. So it's lovely to see everyone and new faces, and of course all my wonderful followers. So if anyone has any questions about the I am worthy, then let me know. You know, if you're feeling, I don't feel that I am worthy, or I don't feel that I deserve love, or I deserve to be free from abuse, or I deserve this, let me tell you, everyone does. Everyone is worthy to be loved. Everybody is worthy to say no to abuse, to say no to bullying. And never stay silent. Because when you stay silent about the bully or the abusers, they stay comfortable. They rely on your silence. Don't be silent. Speak up. Call them out. It's the only way to stop the abuse. After you write in the journal, once you've got everything out from the past in the journal, what you're going to do, I'm just going to take a piece of paper. I know it's a small piece of paper, but just to show you what I mean. So say this was your page of your journal. You're going to take the pages out of the journal that you have written on. And what you're going to do is you are going to fold the paper away from you, because you want to get rid of all of that negativity. So you fold it once away from you. And then you want to bring goodness in. So your next fold, so you would turn it around to do a quarter fold, and you would fold it towards you. Now if you look at it and you open the paper up, you'll see that you should have folded it into a quarter, kind of, right? So your writing would be inside, or the start of your writing inside. If it's a double page, it's okay, because as long as where you started your writing is in the inside and where you finished is on the outside. So I'll just go through that again. So you've got your writing, your first bit of writing. So you would take the paper and you would fold it away from you. Turn it round and then fold it towards you, because you are holding in all the negativity into that piece of paper. You can then either take the paper and bury it in the garden and ask Mother Earth to take away all that negativity. Or you can do the elemental way, where you can take that piece of paper, put it in a flame-proof dish and burn it. Once it's all burnt, take the ashes and cast them in, split the ashes in 4 piles. Throw 1 pile to the east, 1 pile to the south, 1 pile to the west, and 1 pile to the north. And as you do so, each direction, say, take this negativity away from me and set me free. Take this negativity away from me and set me free. And do that in all 4 directions. And then walk away. And trust that the universe has taken all of that hurt, all of that pain away, never to be brought up again. That's how you do the past pain journal, as I call it. So I hope that has answered. Exactly. You know, you can say it to yourself, but say it loud and say it proud. Yep. Reflect and move on. Yep. I don't know of any books on the subject. All the knowledge that I know has been passed down from ancestor to ancestor. I'm a traditional witch. I don't really read books as such. But I just know I've also lived a few past lives. And when you live a few past lives and you come back into this life, you still have past life memories. Anybody that has had deja vu? Does anyone know why we have deja vu? Just out of curiosity, does anyone know why we would have deja vu? Yep, the Book of Shadows is a good one. The Book of Shadows is definitely a good one. Okay, I'm going to asking to come on. I don't mind inviting the females to come on. Yep, that's it. We have been there before in a past life. That's exactly what deja vu is. It's a past life. If you've ever been into a room, you walk into a room and you meet somebody that you know for a fact you've never met before on this earth plane, and you start a conversation and you get those goosebumps, don't you? And you think, wait a minute, just for a split second you thought, I've said this before to the same person in the same room, but how can that be? Because I've never met this person in my life. I'll give you a true story. Myself and my partner went on holiday once to York. I have never in this lifetime been to York. Never. So he decided to take me to York for the week. And we were looking for the Shambles. We came out of a lovely bar after having a meal, and he said, "We'll go to the Shambles." He said, "I've been to York before, and it was pitch. It was at night time, so everything looks different at night, doesn't it? Right, the streets and everything look different at night than it does during the day." So he said, "The Shambles is up that way," and I said, "No, it's not." Just off the top of my head, I said, "No, it's not. That way doesn't lead to the Shambles. But if we go up that way and we turn left and then right again, we'll find the Shambles." And he said, "I thought you told me you'd never been to York." And I said, "I haven't." "So how do you know where the Shambles is?" I said, "Well, let's go your way then." And he said, "Okay." We went halfway to where he thought it was. He said, "No, I don't recognise anything. We'll do it your way." So we went back to the starting point, back to the bar where we started, and he took the directions that I had suggested, and it took us to the Shambles. And he was just, "How did you know that?" I didn't know that in this lifetime, but a part of my past life obviously was in York, so I knew exactly where to go for the Shambles. And it's the same as if you go to any place you've never been, but yet you know what's round the next corner. Deja vu. It's proof that you have lived a past life. Oh, yes, definitely. But York is beautiful. York is, it's one of my favourite places now. I just love it. The buildings are so old. I think the oldest building there was something like 1611. It was built. And actually, it was the oldest building in York was actually a sandwich bar which was called Sand Witches, and it had a little picture of a witch. So we were kind of drawn to that to have lunch there. And we went inside, and the owner had kept it exactly how it was back in 1611 when it was first built. Outside toilets and all. It was just amazing. It was like stepping back in time, and it just felt just so nice. Even a lot of the bars there were old buildings, and it was like marzipan houses. It's wonderful. If you've never been to York, I highly recommend York. It's lovely. So yeah. So that is the affirmation of the day. So I'm going to do a card of the day. So let me shuffle the card of the day. Now I had planned today on doing the how do you know, or what happens. Somebody had asked me during the week, could I do a talk on what happens to us after we leave this earth? Where do we go? Where does our soul go, etc. And I dearly, dearly would love to do a talk on that. And I had planned to do that this afternoon, but my day has been hectic with readings and people wanting Reiki healing sent to them and stuff. So sometimes I get kind of sidetracked and can't schedule what I would love to schedule. I always try and get my card and affirmation of the day in because I know you guys love it. So I'm thinking that on Sunday I could do 2 lives. I could do one during the day, which regression thing. And the card and affirmation of the day in the evening. So if if anyone here would be interested in that, please let me know, and I can reschedule that for Sunday. And I think Sunday would be a better day because most people are off at the weekend. Some people don't work at the weekend, etc. Lucy, I'm not sure what you are working on Sunday. Are you working Sunday? Hi, Petal Willow. Lovely to see you. Bless be. Am I into spirit? Am I into spirit guides, etc.? Yes, definitely. All witches have spirit guides. My biggest spirit guide is my great grandmother. I have never met her. She passed away in the 1800s. And when I look back on my past life, I was actually my great grandmother, or my great grandmother, back in the 1800s. And her memories are my memories. And it's crazy when I look back on her life, and when she shows me her life in visions and stuff, it's so similar to mine. But where she made mistakes, I corrected them in this life. Some people call that our higher selves. When we've lived one life and we come back into another life, what actually happens is when we are born on our first journey, on our first earth journey, we live a full lifetime and then we pass over into spirit. We have a period called adjustment period, where you're kind of healing from the trauma of passing over. Then what happens is your soul, which is basically a ball of energy, splits into two. Everything is energy. The earth is energy. And when we connect to, because we are balls of energy, take away our human skeleton and our physical form, we are just a ball of energy. And we are surrounded by balls of energy. We are surrounded by spirit. And that's how mediums like myself can connect, because we can connect to that energy. We can tune into that energy. So when we have gone through our first life and we are our soul, our energy ball is split into two. And one stays in spirit realm and the other one is reborn. But they both are still connected. You still have those memories of past life. That's from your spirit guides. That's from the person that you were. And a lot of the times our spirit guides are our higher selves. So if you have 6 spirit guides, there's a chance you've lived 6 lifetimes and 6 memories, and they will share those memories with you. And that's where the wisdom comes from. Merry meet. Yes, exactly. Yeah, some people some people who pass, trying, when life has ended, they don't want to pass over. They put up a fence and they're kind of stuck in what we call no man's land. And they float about the earth plane rather than transcending into, ascending into the spirit realms. And yes, they are the ones that we class as ghosts or lost spirits, etc. And they remain there until such times as they are ready to move back into spirit, or somebody else that is connected to them helps them to make the transition from the earth plane into the spirit realm. Yes, 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 yes. Bad luck, things going wrong, constantly going wrong, right? The first step to doing that is to tell yourself you won't allow things to go wrong, right? I recently did a chat on that. Somebody said that, every day is a bad day, and I know tomorrow's going to be a bad day, and I know the next day is going to be a bad day. That's where they're going wrong, because we are balls of energy that are connected to universal energy, and the universe is always listening, always listening. And the universe can hear our thoughts as well as our words. And what we put out there, we will get back. So if you start your day and you say, this is going to be another crap day, I'm going to have a really bad day, I'm going to be bad luck again today, I never get lucky, I never have good luck. The universe hears that and gives you exactly what you've said. It will continue to give you bad luck. What you need to do is reverse that. And you need to say, for example, today's affirmation is I am worthy. So one of the easiest way to reverse bad luck or things, negative things that happen in your life is when you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say out loud. Now it might seem odd and it might seem stupid, or you might feel stupid to begin with by looking in the mirror and saying an affirmation. But stick with it and you'll see a change. So you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say, today I am worthy of abundance. Today I am worthy of good things. Today I only accept things into my life that are for my highest good. Today I dispel all negativity and I will only accept positivity. Today I'm going to be lucky. Today I'm going to be happy. Today I'm going to be... You're turning a negative into positives. And when you do that on a regular basis, the universe hears, oh, she wants abundance, let's give her it. She wants to be happy, let's give her it. She wants to be lucky in things. She wants to bring luck, abundance, love into her life, let's give her it. It does work, let me tell you, because when I do that, which I do on an everyday basis, because I will not allow negativity, I will not allow bad luck into my life. I just dispel it. I'll say, I'm not today. I dispel anything negative. I will only accept positive. I will only accept people who love and not hate. I won't accept people who judge me. I won't accept bullies. I won't accept. And when you start doing that, you change. There is nothing on this planet that you can't have. You just need to be positive about getting it. Everything is within our reach. We just have to be careful about how we ask for it. Are we asking for something negative? Then we're going to get something negative. If we're saying something positive, we're going to get positive. Yep. Okay, when you are surrounded by darkness and feelings of, loss, it could be that you have attracted a dark soul entity around you that is making you feel that. Just as well, with on this earth plane, we have good people and we have, darker people. It's the same in spirit realm, and sometimes those dark entities will search for light entities such as yourself and they will cling to them. So what you really need to do is you need to, yes, smudging is fantastic. way of getting rid of any dark energy or dark souls or dark negative feelings. Another thing you can do, I have a lot of this, it's selenite. Make sure you have plenty of selenite in every room. I have a piece of selenite in absolutely every single room. Selenite candle holders like this has a little tea light candle in here. I've used this one. It has a little tea light candle in here that you put in. So you want to add light and healing or clearing. Selenite will clear any negativity away from every room in the house, even if you get visitors to your house that are negative. As long as you've got a piece of selenite in each room, that negativity won't cling to you. You could even have a selenite pendant. Another type of crystal that would be good to wear if you're feeling that there is dark entities or dark energy around you is obsidian. Obsidian is a powerful protective crystal. It's black obsidian, and if you get a pendant, you can wear that black obsidian all the time. Place a piece of black obsidian under your pillowcase as well. It will protect you while you sleep. Cleanse your house, and make sure you're cleansing your house in a clockwork direction as well. Maybe do a little bit of investigation into your home. Are there portals in your home that may be open? In which case you may need to close them. The best way to cleanse your home is start at your front door, the main entrance, and go round your home with your smudge stick in a clockwise direction. So you would start at your front door, and you would go along your hall or corridor, and you would go to the room that was on your left, and then go round that room clockwise. Come out, go to the next room on your left, etc., etc., and go right round your house. And that will clear any negativity, any negative energy from your home. And then take a brush and sweep it out of the front door, and then close the door. You've cleansed your home and yourself. I hope that helps. Yep. Exactly. Tiger eyes is a good one. For a first crystal, I would definitely go with something that is protective, like you could get selenite, or you could get black obsidian, or black tourmaline. The second one, I would say the amethyst. Amethyst is powerful healing. A friend of mine sent me a little piece of amethyst, which is this one, and I have a little pendant here that has an amethyst crystal in it. I never take this off. It's beautiful. The design reminds me of the Tree of Life, and I always wear that along with my protective pentagram. But you can also have things like this. This is my huge cluster that my partner bought me one Christmas. It is massive. It's a big solid block of amethyst. And sometimes I'll just sit and I'll hold that, and I'll just connect with the energy, and that really gives you a powerful healing energy. If you're you can put something like this under your bed, and it's going to send healing vibrations up while you sleep as well. So I would say either black obsidian or black tourmaline as your first crystal, because they are very protective. They're going to protect your aura and your space. If you have got a vortex in your home that attracts spirits can walk through, then what can actually happen is you need to then block that. The best way to block that is to, if you can find them, four railway stakes, iron stakes. You can find them on most old railways, and they are basically just little nails, little stake things. And you put a stake in each corner of the outside of your house. So you would hammer them into each corner. Most houses are square, right? So they've got four corners. So you would put the stakes on one stake on each corner. You would then get some sea salt, and you would draw a line of salt on the outside of those four railway pegs, steel pegs, or iron pegs, sorry. And you would draw a circle right the way around your premises with the salt. And nothing can get into your home that way. But before you do that, make sure that you do cleanse your home with sage. Also, take a little bit of mint oil with a little bit of water and wash down your back and front doors, wash down your entrances with that. That is going to cleanse the doorway so that nothing else comes in. Once you've saged your house and once you've put mint round your door, your front and your back door, then do your stakes and your salt. You're clearing out all the negative and the dark energies, and what you're doing then is putting a magnetic protection around your home with the iron stakes and the salt. Yep, you can go to the shop and choose the one that chooses you. Have you tried drumming? I have a Native American drum, and I've done a lot of house clearances in the past where people have had haunted homes, and they've done crystals, they've done everything like that, and nothing works. And I took my drum and I beat the drum, and as you're beating the drum, they don't like vibration. They don't like loud noises. You might not have a drum. Get a wooden spoon and a pot. Anything that makes a noise. Loud bells. Pots and pans are great, right? Because they make a bleeding racket, right? Cymbals, if you've got a set of cymbals, clang those cymbals. It's why witches use bells on their altar. It clears the air, it clears all negative energies. And as you're banging your pots and pans or you're banging your drum, be determined and say, all negativity, I ask you to leave. And I ask you to flee. And as I will it, so mote it be. And say it with determination. Even dark spirit can't go against somebody's request to leave. The noise, they can't stand the noise. And if you've cleansed your house and then made all the noise, it's too much for them. It's too much vibration, and it will dispel them. Oh, you're more than welcome. No problem. Yep. Make sure your crystals are cleansed as well. Thank you for the hearts. Yep. Singing bowls are a great one. Frankincense is a sacred oil as well. You know, any essential oils are really good. They can be used for cleansing, they can be used for healing, they can be used for so much. Any type of herbal oil, or, you know, any type of infused oil, witches can use. We sometimes use oils to inscribe our candles. So we would maybe do symbols on our candles, and then we would use oil to sort of cleanse that candle, or close the spell into that candle. So yes, we do use obsidian, we do use frankincense. The best way, the most powerful way to cleanse crystals is in the light of the full moon, and we have a full moon in 3 days' time. Put your crystal, out in the light of a full moon. If you obviously live in a dodgy area, you're not wanting to put your valuable crystals outside because they're going to get pinched. But if you know that there is a windowsill in your home where the moonlight can actually come through, you can put your crystal on the windowsill as well. As long as it catches the moon's rays, it will cleanse the crystal. Another way of doing it, cleansing your auras, is by making moon water. You can make moon water by putting spring water in a clear jar or a clear bottle and putting it outside in the moonlight. Make sure that it's got a cap on it. You don't want those little night beasties crawling into your water. So make sure it has a cap on it so nothing gets into the water. The moon will penetrate the clear glass and energize that water. If you're wanting a really powerful punch to your moon water, add a clear quartz crystal to your water while you're charging it under the moon. It's a boost of energy. It's the most powerful moon water that you can get if you put a clear quartz crystal in it. You can use moon water for drinking. That will cleanse all your auras, and it's a good way of getting rid of dark entities that are clinging on to you as well. You can use it in spells. You can use it to cleanse things. There's so many uses for moon water. Another way to cleanse your crystals is obsidian. If you get a chunk of obsidian like this one, and you put your crystals, if you put your crystals in a bowl and you put the obsidian in the bowl of crystals, the obsidian takes the negativity that has collected on your crystals away and cleanses your crystals. So even if you've just missed a new moon and you feel that your crystals aren't working, they need cleansed. So you can get your obsidian and place your crystals. I guess what you can also do as well, if it's a candle holder like this, take the candle out and pop your crystals in the candle holder and leave them there overnight. The obsidian will still cleanse all the negative energy from them, and then you're ready to go. When crystals don't work, they've collected too much energy and they need cleansed. Yep, they definitely need cleansed and charged. I love a full moon because I get all my crystals. It takes me about half an hour to get all my crystals outside. We're quite lucky. Our garden is kind of enclosed. It's kind of excluded away from everybody else. So I can safely leave all my crystals outside in the moon. And sometimes I'll actually sit outside, if it's especially in the summer, if the moon's full. I love sitting outside in the moonlight and just let the moonlight just surround you. Sitting in that moonlight. Our human bodies are made up of 80% water. What does the moon control? Water, right? So when you're sitting out on a full moon, it's energizing your whole aura. It's the best feeling ever, which is love full moons. Full moons and new moons, we just absolutely love it. The energy's amazing. Yep. No, I didn't see your comment. I don't see all the comments, Pixie. What was your comment? If you repeat your comment, I will answer it. I do struggle sometimes to keep up with all the writing because I don't see the text. Yep, dragon's blood is good as well. You can get dragon's blood in most spiritual shops or shops that specifically have like herbs for and essences for witches and pagans. It definitely does. I love using oils and essences and just having that aroma, and I love burning the incense. Sages, you know, when I was going through abuse, my ex was a really bad abuser, and he used to get ill when this is how evil he was. Every time I lit sage, he got sick. And he would say, please do not burn sage while I'm in the house. Guess what I did? Yeah, every time he was in the house or if he was due to come back from work, I would burn sage. I didn't want his negative energy. And, you know, the fact that he was being physically sick every time he was around sage told me he was a bad penny. Without actually having doing a reading, I can't tell you offhand whether you will conceive this year or not. But you know, ask me for. You can ask me for a free reading on my page. I have a pinned post on my TikTok profile page, which has free readings list. It's my list is growing. By the way, it's getting bigger and bigger every day. I've got a sort of backlog of readings to do, but if you'd like a free mini reading, then go along there, put your name down. I will comment that you're on my readings list, and then as I go down the list, when I get to your name, what I tend to do is do a short reading for you, and I will tag your name in the reading. Your reading will be on my profile, but it will have your name tagged in it, so that you can get your reading. You're more than welcome. Okay, so we've done the, I could sit and talk to you lovely people all night long, but we better do the card of the day. And then after the card of the day, I'm going to pick 5 names at random that I will do a card pull for, as I always do after my card and affirmation of the day. Thank you so much, everyone, for the likes, the hearts, the gifts, the comments. I'm overwhelmed with how many likes and hearts and stuff that I get. I never ask for gifts. I just don't believe in asking for them. But the ones that do send all the gifts and the hearts and the love, thank you so much. You are so much appreciated. I love giving my time to you guys because we have some wonderful people here on TikTok. Thank you for the rose, Jessie or JC. Thank you so much. Okay, let's just split these cards and see what our card of the day is today. Our card of the day is just one card that I asked my guides to help me to pick a card that will resonate with everyone that happens to see my live or happens to see my recorded video, because I record these videos on and I save these videos and put them onto my YouTube channel. So if you've missed any of my lives, you can go to my YouTube channel and replay any of these lives, because they're all saved on there. Okay, because a lot of people will come back to me and say, oh, I missed your live, but somebody else was on it and they told me that they've got all this information and I missed that, and I will direct them to, if you go to my profile, I have a clickable link, that's my website, and my YouTube channels are on that link. So do go and check them out, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you won't miss any of my lives, because they'll all be saved onto there. And of course, thank you to everyone who has followed me from this live. You're amazing. I do go through my followers and follow back. But if you're a guy and I follow you back, please don't DM me with do I need a sugar baby? No, I don't need a sugar baby. I don't need a man in my life. I already have one. Thank you very much. But if I follow you back, yeah, you know, come on, guys, respect us women. You know, get to know us first, and then you know, DM. But don't just jump in our DM box and say, hi, how are you? Would you like a date? No. No, thank you. I have one. He's my soulmate and he's my partner, and yeah, he's my life. Not looking for any other guy in my life. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Exactly, Pixie. The moral of the story, don't be creepy. Because if you're creepy, you'll either get ignored or you'll get blocked. If you're coming into my, just today I had 6 DMs. Hi, are you you know, somebody sent me a follow, so I followed back, and I got an instant, hi, are you a sugar baby? No, I'm a traditional witch. Not interested, sorry, block. I don't mess around with things like that. They get ignored or they get blocked. I have no time for sugar daddies or guys that are looking for women. You know, this isn't the app for it. You know, Plenty of Fish is a totally different app, guys. This isn't Plenty of Fish. This is TikTok. Totally different. Just saying. Okay. So, the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands talks about partnerships, working together to get things done. Now, if this card speaks to you, you may be a strictly independent person that likes to do everything by themselves. They don't want to bother anyone. They don't want to ask for help. They don't want to ask for assistance. But sometimes when we're doing things like that and we're doing things by ourselves, we get frustrated, we get angry when it doesn't work out, and we put things away for a rainy day, but it niggles at us and it niggles, and we try and do it and we keep going and we keep going and we get more frustrated. There is nothing wrong with asking for help to lighten the burden. Working as a team, working together is the key to everything. Even in relationships, talking to each other, communicating with each other is the key to success. We're not all mind readers. We don't know what the other person's feeling, whatever. But if people are in your life to support you and to help you, when you ask for help, they will freely give it. And it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength. It's a sign to say, you know what? I would love, I try to do this by myself. I'm really, really struggling. Could you give me a hand? What's the worst that can happen, right? They can say no. So how many of us here does that resonate with? How many of us are so stubborn that we don't like to ask for help and we just try and muddle through? And when we're muddling through, we get so angry and upset with ourselves. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We can all have um, times like that. Even myself, you know, when I was younger, my mum used to want to do everything for me because I couldn't see, and she was such a fusspot. And I would say, I don't need help. I can do this myself. I'll find a way of doing it myself. And she said, oh, no, you don't have to do it yourself. I'll do it for you. I will do that. Let me help you. And it made me, when I was younger, it made me so stubborn that I would stop asking for help. And I would just do everything myself. I'm quite lucky now. I have a wonderful partner in my life. And I don't really need to ask him for help because he knows the things that I'm capable of doing and the things that I struggle with. And the things that I struggle with, when I can't see something, he is my eyes. And I love him dearly for that. So I don't really have to ask him a lot. But if I am struggling now, I do say, I can't see that. Can you read that for me? Or, can you sort of, especially if it's like small writing or it's something on the TV that I can't see. He will read it. He's a darling. He will read it out for me. Yeah, yeah. And to a certain degree, there is nothing wrong with you being fiercely independent and doing things yourself. But when things get too tough, or when problems start to burden you, then that's the time that you should ask for help. How many of us have had full-time jobs and we're in the jobs and, we are kind-hearted and people will say to us, I'm going for my lunch break. Will you take on my work as well as yours? What's the first thing we say? Of course I will. No problem. I'm happy to help. And instead of 1 hour lunch break, they take 2. And you're doing your work and their work. Your work is falling behind because you're doing their work. And then you get frustrated. And by the time they come back from their lunch break, you're exhausted and they've only got half the work that they need to do. And that's because we're too kind to say, no, actually, I'm snowed under. I've got a load of work that I need to do. And I can't take on too much just now. But if I've finished all my pile, then I can maybe help you out with that. It's knowing what you can cope with and what you can't cope with. And not being afraid to say, no, I can't do that. at this moment. But maybe come back later. If I'm free, I'll be able to help you. Oh, bless. Yes, I'm an independent. Yeah, I'm definitely an independent woman. What a beautiful name, Wishing Star. Do you know what? Because you're the first one that I've kind of seen that has actually drawn my attention, I'm going to put you as number one. I usually just pick 5 names when I'm doing my live to do Wishing Star. What a beautiful name. Yes, I will give you a card pull once I have sort of rounded up this card of the day. So the moral of the story is, if it's regarding work, because it's wands, don't take on others' workload as well as your own. Know what you're able to take on and deal with. And as for the rest, it's okay to say no. If it's in a relationship, it's good to give and receive. Don't be the one that's always taking and never giving back. It's the teamwork card. It's working together to get things done. Communication. Always talk to each other. Let each other know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. You know, myself and my partner, we talk things through. We talk our feelings through. If I'm having a bad day, I will talk to him about it. If he's having a bad day, he will let me know. And together we sort out our problems. That's the whole problem sometimes with this world that we live in. You know, we go out for meals quite often. He spoils me, he takes me out for meals. And so many times we've sat at a table and we've looked across at the other table opposite us and we see couples sitting. Each one has their mobile phone and they're texting each other. They're not talking, they're texting each other. You know, and they're smiling at each other when they're answering and replying. When did we lose the art of communication? When did we lose the art of actually being able to put our phones away and talk? Where would we be without our mobile phones? I have a mobile phone, and let me tell you, I can't remember the last time I used it. I use it as a clock most of the time when I'm out and about to see what time it is so that I can judge the buses to and from. But other than that, or making important phone calls or whatever, but other than that, I hardly ever use my phone. I do my lives on a tablet because I need a big 10-inch tablet so that I can see what I'm doing on my lives. Oh, is empathic witch leaving us? Who's leaving us? Oh, Mary Part empathic witch. You know what most males do? Most males bottle things up. And that's the worst thing you can do. I think to a lot of men, asking for help isn't manly, right? They see it as weak. If I ask for help, then I'm not strong and I'm supposed to be this masculine, strong man and I'm supposed to be able to take on everything and anything myself and not ask for help. Whether you're male, whether you're a female, we're all human. And from time to time, it's okay to ask for help. Bottling things up blocks all your chakras and it eventually can have a massive effect on our chakras and it can lead to illness. So never bottle things up. And, you know, if you've nobody to talk to about your problems, write it down. The most important thing is to get it out of here and onto paper, or speak to somebody that you can trust and open up to. It's never ever a sign of weakness to ask for help when it's needed, or to ask for advice when it's needed, even for males. You know, we're born into a culture, aren't we, that a man has to take on everything and never show signs of weakness by asking for help, right? And men, the worst one I've heard is men should never cry. Why? Tears are healing. Why should a man not have the right to cry just as well as women do? You know, the good Lord gave us tears for a reason, for cleansing. When we cry, it cleanses. You know, when we are heartbroken, when we feel pain and hurt, it's part of a cleansing. And why shouldn't we embrace that? And why shouldn't we ask for help for the healing? You know, it's time to change, isn't it? It's time to realize that whether we're male or whether we're female, it's okay to know what we can take on and what we can't take on. And it's okay to ask for help when we need it. Thank you for the follows. Again, I can't answer whether people will get married or whether they won't get married just in a general message. I would really need to have a reading for that to tell you where the relationship is going. Again, sometimes that can come through communication, talking to each other, letting each other know how you feel, and letting each other know what you want from that particular relationship. Because without asking, how do you know? How do you know if the relationship that you are in, that you both want the same things, right? Some people are in a relationship where the woman may really want to get married, but the guy has no intention of getting married. Maybe marriage isn't on his cards. Maybe he's a free spirit and doesn't want to get married, and that's okay. But maybe the woman does, in which case there is either compromise or a splitting of ways. But it all ultimately relies on communication, finding out where do you both want the relationship to go? Do you want it kept as boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé, and stop at fiancé, or do you both want to see marriage in the future? A lot of it boils down to communication. We can't make somebody love us. We can't make somebody marry us or get engaged to us. But we can talk it out and find out what each other wants in life. I hope that helps. Okay, so what I'm going to do, now that the card of the day is over, I've already got one name down. I usually just have 5. So what I usually ask people to do is pick your favorite emoji, whether it's a red heart, whether it's a purple heart, whether it's a unicorn, whether it's a flower, whatever, and start posting start commenting with your favorite emojis. And as the emojis are scrolling up the screen, I'm just going to pick 4 at random to add 4 more names to my list, and 4 people can get a reading. And if you're not lucky enough to get a reading here, please follow me and go to my profile and put your name down for a free one card pull reading. I have a pinned post that has a reading list, and feel free to ask me to read. I will add your name to the reading list. It is a long list, let me warn you, because everybody that watches my lives usually jumps off here and goes and asks for a reading. And I do try and do 2 to 3 readings a day from that list. So I am plowing my way through them. But if you get a comment on your comments that saying that you have been added to my reading list, then you will get a card reading when I go down the list and reach your name. But for this live, just keep on scrolling those hearts, and I will pick. Could be any emoji you like: red hearts, blue hearts, purple hearts, unicorns, flowers, just whatever comes to mind. Okay, let's see who we have. Okay, Courtney McKenna. Is it Courtney McKenna? You're our second one. So Courtney McKenna. Let's see. Mama Lee. So Mama Lee. Or Mama Lee. Not sure how you pronounce it, but hopefully. So you're our third one. So keep them coming because we have 2 more. So keep those emojis coming. Let's see. Famous Ash, I love unicorns. Famous Ash, you're our 4th one. So we're looking for 1 more. Oh, thank you very much, Mama Lee. Wow, such beautiful ones as well. Now let's see. Who am I going to pick for our, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on our last one. Okay. Lady Anne. Lady Anne is our final one. Now, anyone else that hasn't had a name pulled out, they can go to my profile and put your name down on my readings list. Just go to put a like and then comment, and I will just comment card please, and I will comment back that you have been added onto my reading list, and I will get round to reading you as soon as I get down the list. It is growing bigger. Every time I look at the list, it just keeps growing. But yeah, feel free to put your name down and you will get a reading. Okay, so for these readings, I am going to pick the moon cards. We're only 3 days away from the moon. So I'm going to give everybody that I picked on this reading list a moon card just to see what the message from the moon is. Oh, lovely. So we have our 5 names, folks. So the ones that are getting a reading tonight, the 5 names are Wishing Star, Courtney McKenna, Mama Lee, Famous Ash, and Lady Anne. So there are 5. So I'm going to do Wishing Star first. So thank you, Wishing Star. Let us give these a little shuffle and see what Wishing Star's card is. I absolutely love you guys. You're just totally amazing. Thank you so much for all the likes, all the follows, all the gifts. You just spoil me every time. Absolutely spoil me, so thank you so much. Okay, so let us shuffle these cards and see what wishing star has. Oh, we have one that's jumped out of the deck, so I'm just going to go with that one because the universe clearly wants you to have this card. Okay, it's the full moon card and it's surrender to the divine. Now what this one tells me, sometimes wishing star, you can be a little bit too stubborn for your own good, and you are pretty strong-headed and strong-willed, and a lot of the time it's like, well, it's my way or no way, and I don't need anybody's help, or I can do this myself, I don't need to, and sometimes the worst thing you do is forget to ask for help from the universe. And this is what the surrender from the divine is all about. Whenever we're struggling, we just need to put up a prayer to say, universe, I'm really struggling with things just now, and I could really do with your help. So if you can find a way of helping me with this situation, then I'd be most grateful. Now I feel that kind of goes against your grain because you are purely independent, and you have your stubborn streaks, is what this card is saying, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that resonates with you. I'm just going to swipe up so that I don't miss. Thank you for joining me, Zandon. Have a great night and thank you for being a part. Oh, well, never be afraid to ask the universe for help is the message of this card, wishing star. No man or no woman is an island, and it's okay. And it's not a sign of weakness to say, do you know what, I'm really struggling. I don't want to ask any other human being for help, because I don't want to burden anyone. So I'm going to ask the universe for help. And this is what the moon, the energy of the moon, and your guides are saying to you. This is why the card came flying out of the deck. It's saying it's okay to surrender to the divine. It's going to be a full moon in 3 days' time. The full moon is a great time to ask for help, to ask for healing, to ask for release of stress, whatever it is that you're looking for in life, or whatever help you need. Use the full moon's powerful energy. Just like the universe, she's always listening, she's always there to help and guide. So I hope this helps. Don't keep things bottled up, because you're only going to stress yourself out in the long run. And there is nothing wrong in asking the divine for help. So I hope this has helped. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I love it when people give me feedback and say that it resonates. I never know what spirit are going to chuck, what card spirit are going to chuck at me. They know, and they know when I read out the name from the list. My guides are usually pretty accurate in helping me to pick the right card after I've shuffled them. So thank you so much, Wishing Star, for asking me for joining me tonight. Because in joining me tonight, you were chosen for a reading. Okay, Courtney McKenna is next. If Courtney is still with us, let me just shuffle these moon cards again and give them a good old shuffle. I always shuffle my cards and then I split them by 3, and then I split them into 3 again, and then I split them into 3. So which is 3 times 3. And my cards have never failed me. been doing that system for years, and it kind of works with my cards. Oops. Okay, we've got another one. Spirit are really hot tonight because they're just chucking the cards. I'm not even going to write the saying up. I'm not to pick the 3 of 3 because they've already chucked one out at me. For your card, it's New Moon in Gemini. Communication is the key here. What is it that you are bottling up? What is it that you are keeping from others? Maybe you are afraid of the person's reaction if you speak up. Sometimes we're afraid to speak up in case the other person disagrees with us, or the other person gets angry with us, or whatever. But this card is saying there is something that you are hiding, there is something that you are bottling up. You're trying to sort a problem out by yourself rather than worry somebody else, because you feel that worrying somebody else could add to the problem or could add to the burden, and maybe they will think wrongly of you in some way, if that makes sense. Oh wow, Gemini's a lovely star. Yeah. You bottle a lot of things up because if you don't, your partner could get really angry and lash out at you. I know that one really, really well. I lived with my ex for 30 years, and I knew what triggered his anger. And the things that triggered his anger, I would keep to myself. After 30 years of doing that, my health started to really go downhill, and I started to get massive migraines. And I went to a GP about it, and they said, "Are you stressed?" Yes, I'm stressed because I keep a lot to myself. I'm afraid of his anger or his temper or what he may do if I decide to talk to him about it. And sometimes the best way to deal with this is to confront it. Communication is the key, is the message to this card. You need to sit down together as a couple, and you need to tell him, there are things that I would like to discuss with you, but I can't accept your anger if I do. And if you can't sit and listen to me without any judgment and without any anger, I can't see this relationship lasting, because we need to be able to talk without getting angry. You need to see my side of things as much as I need to see your side of things. Communication is scary in a relationship where, Geminis are very fiery. But if we communicate and you let him know exactly how you feel and exactly how his anger and his tempers or whatever are affecting you emotionally, and if he knows that it's a case of keeping you or losing you through his anger, and he knows what triggers you, then it's his responsibility, not yours, my darling, for him to be able to find a way of controlling his anger and being able to sit without judgment, without getting angry, and listen to your point of view just as much as you listen to him. Because I feel that the relationship can be one-sided that way. He expects you to listen to him when he has problems, but when you have problems, he goes flying off the handle, if that makes sense. Hiya, Kia. You know, I hope this resonates with you. It's hard to communicate with a Gemini because they are fiery. Um, but sometimes, you know, if you sit down and say, listen, I want to talk to you. But while I'm doing that, I can't cope with your anger. So I want you to sit and listen until I've finished. Let me have my say until I've finished. And then reply without the anger. Because your anger, let him be honest with him. Let him know how his anger affects you. We should never fear our partner. You know, if my partner gets angry, I'll say, okay, what's wrong? Let's sit down and talk about it. I know you're annoyed, I know you're angry, and we sit down and we communicate. And I love that about him. My ex was not like that. He was very much like your partner. It was his way or no way. You had to listen to him. But when it came to him listening to you, it was a different story. And if you tried to pressurize him into listening to you, his anger just got worse. You deserve much better than that. You deserve him to listen to you without judgment or without getting angry, and just sit as a couple and talk. And if he knows that you're not going to tolerate his anger or his aggressiveness towards you, and that if he continues it, he could lose you, that's, you know, sometimes that's just enough. Management to help him cope with. Um, he needs to be able to talk about his anger issues with you without flying off the handle. Communication is always a two-way key in a relationship. But bottling things up and keeping things to yourself in the long run is not going to help your health, honey. It's just going to make it worse. Take it from one who knows. I did it for 30 years and it almost cost my health. It's not, no relationship is worth that. Communication is key. You're welcome. Hi, Kia. I can only do 5 readings tonight, but if you go to my profile, I have a free readings list. Please feel free to put your name down on that readings list, and I will give you a free reading as I go through the list. The list is quite long, but I am ploughing through them. I do 2 to 3. I try and get 2 to 3 readings done every night on my profile, and I usually tag you in your reading when I reach your reading. I would love to read for absolutely everyone when I'm doing my live, but I would literally be here all night, so I usually stick to my 5. But anyone's welcome to ask. If you swipe this live to the left, my profile comes up. Click follow, and on my profile it's the very first video on there that has readings list. Just hit like and hit the comment one and just ask for a card on there, and after this I usually go through that readings list and I'll comment and let you know that your name's on the list. So I hope that helps. Oh, I'm so glad you found me again. I'm always hanging around somewhere. Nice to see you back. So thank you so much, Courtney. I'm going to send good intentions your way so that when you sit down with your partner and have that communication, that I'll ask the universe to make it as a smooth progress as possible for you, sweetheart. But also, don't be afraid to ask the universe, give me the strength to be able to communicate with my partner to let him know how I'm feeling and how it's having an effect on the relationship. I'm so glad I was drawn to pick your card out of the 5 names that I've got down here. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for the hearts. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the heart, Debbie. The world is full of rude people. Yes, there's a video on my profile. It's on my pinned post. If you look at my pinned post on my profiles, there is a readings list one. That's the post that you would ask for a reading. Thank you so much. I will get round to everyone that's put a name down, because I know that there's a few people this evening that have gone to my profile and asked for a reading, so I will get round to replying to let you know that your name's on my list. I usually go, after my lives, I usually go to that list and look through everybody's comments on that post, and I will reply to let you know that your name's on the list. I can't give you a time scale as to when I can get round to that, because my list is growing every day. I go live every day, so my list grows every day, but I go down the list in order, so you will get a reading from me. Oh, all the best to you, Courtney, and lovely to meet you as well. I wish you all the best in your situation, my love. And I'm always just a DM away if you need any help or advice. Thank you, Debbie, for the rose. Thank you for the hearts. Famous Ash, I'm going to say one thing about that. If you've got a guy that you're dating and he is calling you fat, or he is degrading you in any way, shape or form, kick him to the curb, my love. You're worthy of being loved and respected for the person that you are. Never ever allow anyone to tell you you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too this or you're too that. He's not you. If he's looking for a skinny girlfriend and he wants to turn you into some skinny girlfriend to please him, please don't do that. Honestly, my dear, please do not do that. You are beautiful just the way you are, and any guy that cannot see that or cannot accept you for who you are, kick him to the curb. He's not the right one for you. You know, my partner loves me whether I put weight on or whether I lose weight. He doesn't care, because he sees the beauty beyond that. He loves me for the person that I am, not for the shape that I am, not for whether I wear makeup, whether I don't wear makeup, or whether. He loves me for who I am. And any guy that doesn't love you for who you are, kick them to the curb. You're worthy to be loved and respected just for who you are. And if they don't do that, they're not for you. Go and tell them to go and find a skinny bitch that you can love. You're more than welcome. Yep, I did that as well, Debbie. 30, I put up with my narcissistic ex for 30 years. I was afraid to leave him because he would often threaten to take my life or his life, or he would blackmail me. Thank the universe, I did a spell, um, cast a spell on the new moon 2 years before I met my current partner, because I knew I had married the wrong man. I knew my soulmate was out there somewhere. So I waited for the first no moon and I cast my spell. Little did I know that my soulmate was also casting a spell because he knew his soulmate was out there. We both cast a spell, the same spell, at midnight on the same moon on the same year. And 2 years later we met and he freed me from abuse and we've been together 8 happy years. So yeah, I get you, Debbie. Oh, thank you, Mama Lee. But yeah, I went through horrific abuse. I went through physical, emotional, and sexual abuse of that man. Um, I would go out for a walk with the dog and he would jump out of bushes. He would lock me in the house. Um, he would attack me. He would call me too fat, too thin, too this. I was no good for that. Nobody else, he was stuck with me for life because nobody else would love me. All of that. So yeah, sometimes abusers go for the ones that are good-hearted. Um, and I think he liked the idea that he could maybe dominate a witch. You can dominate a witch for so long, but then the witch flies on her broomstick and never returns. Unfortunately, I lost my grandkids out of it because when I left, eventually they banned me from seeing the grandkids. They were abusers. There was a child, found out he belonged to part of a child abuse ring. He abused my own daughter when I was working. Um, my granddaughters have been through abuse, and I was protecting them. And because I was protecting them, I got banned from seeing them. So, on the plus side, my oldest granddaughter, who is now 18, contacted me today to say she's finishing college in a week's time. And despite her mum not wanting her to see me, because she's 18, she's always been told she can come and visit me anytime she wants. So she wrote to me today to say that she's finishing college next week. Her college breaks up, and she desperately wants to come and see me. And is it okay if she comes? And of course, I said yes. So I'm getting to see my oldest granddaughter, but alas, I've got a few years till my other two granddaughters are old enough to come and see me. I haven't seen them in over a year. So sometimes leaving abuse, we have to sacrifice the ones that we love. Um, but it all comes good in the end. Karma gets them in the end. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, bless. You know what? That's the best place for abusers is in jail. Um, maybe I'm hoping the universe will bring him his karma and he gets jailed one day. My daughter had an abusive boyfriend once, and when my youngest granddaughter was only 4.5, he tried to drown her. Almost succeeded, but my oldest granddaughter saved her life and pulled her sister away from him. He got 4 years in jail and he served 5 for bad behaviour. And he's not allowed to go near the children now that he's out. But in my opinion, 5 years is not long enough. And they tried to take the life of a 5-year-old child. karma always gets him in the end. As far as my ex is concerned, he is. Before I left him, I left him with a universal karma promise that for all his wrongdoings, he would die a slow and painful death. And I found out before I left him that he has developed a bowel disease that is poisoning him from the inside out. He's had multiple operations, from what I've heard, where he's had to have parts of his bowel cut away and stitched together. But when I looked into the disease, it doesn't have a very good success rate. And if his bowel ruptures, he's got like 20 minutes to get to a hospital, or he dies basically. So that's his karma, that's the universe's choice. And do I feel sorry for him? No. We are responsible for our own actions. I put good out into the world always, and I always get good back. But if you put bad out and you do others harm, it's going to come back. And it's going to come back with a vengeance, because karma is very good at calculating, and she knows her stuff. Karma has been working for centuries, and she gives out exactly what you put out. Yep, lots of women suffer in silence. I suffered in silence for 30 years because abusers tell their victims that nobody will believe them. Go ahead and tell the world, because nobody will believe you, because I'll tell them that you're this and you're that and your next thing. When I left my ex, I should have been awarded a hero for getting away from abuse. But my ex told everyone that I cheated on him, and he kicked me to the curb. I didn't walk out on him, he kicked me out. And he was deemed the hero, and I was deemed the woman from hell, because how could I leave? Because to the outside world, he was a man that had a good job, a good family man, loved his kids dearly, etc., etc. And how could I leave such a man that would look after his wife and, whatever? But that's what they do. They twist it and turn it to make them look good, and the victim of abuse look bad, sadly. So many women do suffer in silence. I just thank the universe that I met my soulmate when I did, and I was able to open up to him and tell him how I feel. And he offered me his home, his heart, and his love, and I've never looked back. Exactly, Pixie. Exactly. So let's get on to number 3, Mama Lee. So I'm going to pick a card for Mama Lee and see what our moon cards have for Mama Lee. I have absolutely enjoyed all of your company tonight. Thank you so much for the likes, the hearts, the gifts. You've just, it blows me away. Every time I go live, I just can't say enough thank yous to everyone for your support for me going live to do these readings. I do these readings freely. I never ask for anything. It's not my way. But when I do receive such wonderful gifts, thank you so much. You are all amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you to everyone who has followed me as well. Your follows are appreciated. I do follow men back, but guys, if you're going to jump in my PM box just because I've followed you back, you will get ignored. I'm not one for talking to males in PM just because of the abuse that I went through. I'm all about women supporting women, especially women that have gone through abuse. That's kind of my role here on TikTok, is to support people, to help them through my readings, through my guidance, through Reiki healing if need be. That's what I do. I'm not on TikTok for a relationship. I'm happy in a relationship that I'm in. So just for any guys that are watching tonight, if you follow me and I follow you back, please be respectful. Don't jump in my DM box. My DM box is genuinely for people who are asking advice, or who are asking for readings or for healing, or who may want to ask a question about anything spiritual. And if you're jumping in my DM box and asking me to be a sugar baby or to be a date or whatever else, you're taking me away from somebody that genuinely needs my help. So guys, be respectful. I will follow you back, but if you jump in my DM box, etc., then you'll either be ignored, and then if you keep being persistent, I usually block. Oh, thank you. Yep. Your card is next. That's the one I'm shuffling. Yay. Let's get one for Mama Lee. I love your name. It's beautiful. Mama Lee. Absolutely beautiful names. Okay, so let's see what these moon cards come up with today for Mama Lee. We have had some beautiful messages today. I've loved. Thank you to my guides for helping me pick these cards, because they are resonating with everybody, and I love that when that happens. Okay, Mama Lee, you have got the North Node card, moon card, and it's step out of your comfort zone. There are things that you would really, really like to do. Maybe you've seen things that, you know, that you are drawn to, and you keep putting yourself off because it's like, I might not be good at that. What if I fail? What if I can't do that? What if I get judged for doing that? What will my friends say? What will my family say if I do that? And rather than go ahead and do it, you kind of just stay in your little shell, because that's your comfort zone. That's that, you know you're safe within your comfort zone. But sometimes we have to brave ourselves and come out of that comfort zone. Scary though it may be. It took me 4 or 5 months to come on TikTok. One of my friends that followed me on Facebook had said, you need to come off Facebook and go on TikTok. Your skills and your knowledge are needed on TikTok. Let me tell you, I was petrified. I didn't know anything about TikTok. I didn't know about the community on TikTok. I only knew Facebook because that Facebook was for the be all and end all at one time, and Instagram. And she said, you're not getting very many likes or supports on Facebook. You need to try TikTok. And it was the scariest thing ever. And my first live, I never even posted anywhere else, because it was, in my opinion, it was a flop. I was so nervous. You wouldn't think so, right? But I was absolutely petrified to come live. I got to my 1K followers in just 4 weeks of just being me and posting my posts every day. And suddenly I was able to go live. And my friend Tracy, who had persuaded me to go live, said, great, you can go live. Go on, jump on and do your live. It took me about 4 or 5 days after I reached 1K to pluck up the courage to come out of my comfort zone and go live. And it was the most scary, horrendous thing that I had ever experienced. But you know what? This is what probably my 5th live in, and I'm so glad I took that leap and came out of my comfort zone. And sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes friends or the universe sometimes need to give us a little gentle push to say, stop doubting yourself. You're more than worthy to get this. If that makes sense. Oh, well, your mum has, oh, bless Debbie. I'm just catching up with everybody's comments. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense. Okay, that one I can help you with. I have an autistic son, and he's the most beautiful singer. He has the most beautiful voice when he sings. And I used to do karaoke nights with him. I used to take him to karaoke nights. And he was petrified to go up and sing in front of a bar full of people. And I knew he had a talent, and everybody was trying to persuade him to come up on stage. And he said to me, Mum, I can't do that. What will people think? I don't know these people. I can't stand up in front of everyone that doesn't know me and sing a song. I can't do it. It's scary. Now, his idol was Katherine Jenkins. That's his ultimate favourite singer. And I said, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go up onto that stage and grab that karaoke mic. And I want you to pick one face in the audience, one female face in the audience that you can focus on. And I want you to pretend that that's Katherine Jenkins sitting in her chair watching you sing. And just sing to her. Never mind everybody else, just sing to her. Do you know, he went up on that stage and he focused on one person, me. I look nothing like Katherine Jenkins. But he focused on me, and he sang his heart out, and he got the biggest applaud ever. He was entered into the club's inter-club competition and won the cup for the club for his singing. Had he not found a way that he could do that? And that's a really good way of doing it. Many singers, many actors, many comedians use that strategy to be able to go up there and sing their heart out. So you could go up there and imagine you were being a comedy for your mom, for your partner, for whoever. Focus on any face in the audience and say, that's my mom or that's my partner, and I'm going to go up and do this. You can even test the waters. Have a family night. Invite all the family round and say, come to my comedy night. And have them, make a buffet up or whatever, and practice on your family and your friends first. You'll know by their response whether you're going to be good at it. But if it's in your heart to do it, you're going to be absolutely amazing at it. And this is what the card is saying. Step out. It's time to step out of your comfort zone. I feel this has been niggling you for some time. And this card is saying, get up and do it. Now's the time. Take baby steps if you need to, i.e. get your family around and do practice sessions with them. And take one day and one step at a time. And then when it comes to the day that you're finally on stage, because I see that coming for you, girl, when you're on stage and you're standing there and you're imagining that somebody in that audience is somebody that admires and loves you for who you are, and you're doing your comedy for them, you are going to nail it 1000%. And this is why the cards came out today to say it's time to step out of your comfort zone. You've waited long enough. Stop putting it off. You know, life is too short to put things off. Oh, bless. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follows, the likes. You're welcome. Do you know what? Why not why not use TikTok? Why not do a little bit of comedy on your TikTok? I'm not sure if I'm following you, but if I'm not following you, send me a follow and I will follow back. Do some comedy posts on your TikTok. Build your audience on TikTok. You know, we're on a wonderful platform of people. I love to sing, and sometimes I share my own songs on TikTok. So why not start your comfort zone? Do a few posts on TikTok and see what response you get from them. Also get your family and friends around. Do practice sessions with them. You'll never know until you step out of that comfort zone. But I'm being told that success is in your future. You just need to step out of the comfort zone and get started. Yeah. You know, TikTok's great because when you're doing your comedy post, you're doing it to yourself, right? So, you know, go for it. Build up your confidence and just go for it. Get your family and friends round first if you need to and give them a test run. And I bet you will be surprised at their response. They're going to love you, girl. They're going to absolutely love you. So don't put it off. I have every faith in you. And I'm sure everyone watching here will have every faith in you. Do you know what? I'm going to ask everybody to put red hearts up if they want to see Mama Lee doing her comedy. Come on, folks. Who's wanting Mama Lee to share her comedy with us all? Get those red hearts flying. Okay, we've got holistic. There we go, Deborah's throwing the hearts up. Come on, let's give Mama Lee some support here. Let's get the hearts flying. She needs all the support we can give her, folks. Get those hearts up. It is a very good place to come out. Yay! Loving this support. You have no excuse now, Mama Lee. Look at the support that you are getting here. You've got this, girl. We've got you. You know what? I know that if you post your comedy, everyone here is going to absolutely go wild for your comedy posts. So look at all these beautiful hearts. They're all for Mama Mia. They're all for Mama Leah. We've all, you know, TikTok is, they're right. TikTok is an amazing, supportive community. Women supporting women. Women building each other's confidence, building each other's up. That's what this is all about. We've got you, girl. See, I told you. Everybody has faith in you. I have faith in you. And as Pixie says, you're so worthy of this. You know, that's today's affirmation. I am worthy. You are worthy of success. You are worthy to be on that stage. Comedy is a beautiful gift to give to the world. Why? Because when you stand on stage, you are making people smile. Just imagine somebody coming to your show that's had a really crappy life or has had a really crappy day, and they sit and they listen to you and you can make them smile. For that time on the stage, you can help them to get rid of their day stress and actually laugh and smile. Laughter and smiling is the best medicine on this planet. And you, girl, have got the gift to give that medicine to the world. Come, step out of your comfort zone. You've got this. Exactly. Shine your work, shine your light. There you go. See, the hearts are still going for you, Mama Lee. Never allow anyone to tell you you can't do something or you're not good enough to do that, right? Because you're worthy of being able to do what you want to do. Never allow anyone to say you can't do that or you're not good at that, or you never ever allow anyone to dampen your gift. If you have a gift to give to the world, then go ahead and give that to the world. Never allow anyone to dim your light. Oh, thank you. And so are you, though. Yay! Look at this. Come on. See, everybody's loving comedy. I absolutely love this. Do you know what? I don't know. Let's see if I can. Come on, Maria. I don't know. Am I following you, Mama Lee? I've got so many followers. I don't know if I'm following you. But if I'm not following you, give me a follow, honey, and I will follow you back because I want to be one of the first ones to see your comedy because I believe in you. And you know what? I'm sure half the people watching this video are going to jump on and follow you, Mama Leah, because we all want to see you succeed. We all want to see your comedy. This card came, you were meant to be on this live for a reason. You were meant to come on this live so that you could get this message from your guides and from the universe and from the grandmother moon to say it's time to step out of your comfort zone. And it's time to shine your gift on the whole world to see. And success is waiting for you. You just need to go out and grab it because you're so worthy of this success. You've shined your bushel, you've hid your bushel under a bush or you've hid your light under a bushel for too long. It's time to shine. So I hope that has helped. Thank you. I always check my followers anyway, and I will follow you back, sweetheart. Oh, no thanks needed. You're most welcome. For anyone that's asking for a reading, when I come on my lives, I do pick 5, and I've actually picked my 5. However, if you go to my profile and follow me, and go to my pinned post, it's a readings list post, and comment reading please, and I will add you to my ever-growing readings list. And every day I do try and do 2 to 3 readings from that list every day to get through the list. So do be patient. I will comment on, I will reply with your comment to let you know that you're on the list. So if you get a comment back saying, yes, you're on my readings list, you will get a reading when I reach your name on the list. Hello, Lily. Nice to see you. Lily, are you following me on TikTok? Do you know what? I'm going to jot your name down so that I know it's you. Is that your, a minute, let's have a look. Karen Hunting, LOL. Let me just jot that down. Okay, I got you, girl. Okay, it's your gaming account. Okay, but you're following me on TikTok, so I will check that I'm following you back. Lovely to see you on here. And if you're wanting a reading as well, go to my profile page, Lily, and go to my readings list and ask for a reading, and I'll put you on my readings list as well. Lovely to see you. How's your mum doing? I hope she's doing fine, and your dad. You know what? Feel free to pop round anytime. Please pop up. Okay. Oh, I'm glad they're doing good. Okay, so I have got Famous Ash and Lady Anne to read for next, and then that's my 5 for the night. So let me shuffle these cards. I don't know if Famous Ash is still with us. Is Famous Ash still in the room? Hopefully she is. Our beautiful Famous Ash. Yay, she's here. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's shuffle these moon cards. Let's get the energy flowing into these cards for the last 2 readings. Okay, as I'm shuffling these cards, Famous Ash, I'm seeing a black cat in spirit. I don't know if there's a family black cat, or there's a cat connected to you or your family somewhere, because as I'm shuffling these cards, I've just seen a black cat coming into view. Okay, do you have a black cat in spirit? Did you lose a black cat? Because this cat is not on the earth plane, this black cat is in spirit. Oh, thank you, Lily. Okay, well, the little black cat that's in spirit is here with you tonight. It's letting you know it hasn't forgotten you. It hasn't forgotten the family either. I feel this cat wasn't just a single person's cat. It belonged to the whole family. The whole family loved this cat. And I feel that this cat was sorely missed when it passed over. And it just wants you to know it's well. It's in spirit, it's been well cared for, and the cat's sending you all so much love. So thank you for I wondered who the cat was, and it was only when I started shuffling the cards for you that this cat, she's actually wrapping her tail around my ankle as we speak. I feel that she did that a lot. She's a cat that would walk past your feet and her tail would curl around somebody's feet. The parrots are doing absolutely fine. They're actually sleeping. We've actually had to cover them at night now because Rocky is just being a rebel with a cause. You know what Rocky's like. He's just a mischievous. He's still as mischievous as ever. But you're welcome to come along and see them anytime. Hi, everyone that's asking questions about whether they'll give birth, if there's anything for you. At the moment, I can only do the 5 readings on a live, otherwise I would be here all night giving readings. And I do have a readings list on my profile that I need to get through as well. But everyone that comes to my live, if you're not the 5 that's picked on my live, please go to my profile, and on my profile there is a pinned post. Feel free to go on to that pinned post and it has a reading list. Ask for a card there. I will reply that you are on my reading list, and then as soon as I'm going down the reading list, I will tag you in your reading, if that makes sense. Oh, me either. You know what? Pop round anytime you're at the shops or whatever. I'm sure your mum won't mind you popping in and seeing the birds, and your mum and dad's welcome as well. Anytime. How's Connor? I hope he's doing well and staying out of trouble. And how's your little dog as well? Hi, Samantha Gray, welcome. No problem, Lindsay Chapman. I'd be more than happy to add my profile, and I will add you to my readings list. Not a problem. Let me just grab these cards for our famous Ash. Okay, famous Ash, the card that you've got tonight is nothing is yet set in stone, and it's the miserable moon. So nothing yet is set in stone, right? So this card is saying maybe you've made somebody a promise, or you've wanted to commit to something that sounded really, really good at the time. But all of a sudden, you've gave after some thought, you've thought this isn't a good idea. And I would like to back out of this, but I'm afraid to back out. Or, you know, I can't break a promise, or I can't overturn that. What this card is reminding you that nothing is set in stone. We have the power and the ability to change our current path. We've got the right to change our mind about something. You know, most contracts nowadays have a 30-day get-out clause. And that's because nothing is set in stone. You know, we can act on the spur of the moment and then later on think, oh my gosh, I don't get a good feeling about this. I need to get out, but I've already committed. You might have verbally committed, but nothing is set in stone is what this card is saying. So I don't know if you've made somebody a promise, or you've sort of went into an agreement or some kind of a contract, and you've had second thoughts about it, but you're worried about coming out of that contract or breaking that promise. It's easier to break the promise and say you've changed your mind than it is to go through with it knowing that it's the wrong decision, is the message of this card. So I feel that you know deep down inside that this is the wrong thing for you. For you personally, this is the wrong direction. You know, and I feel you did it on the spur of the moment to help somebody out, is what this card is saying. But in helping them out, you're not helping yourself out because you feel that this is the wrong step to do. This, you know, and in the long term, you're not going to be happy about it. But you feel that you're pressure, or there's some kind of pressure that you've got to go through with it. This card is saying, remember, nothing is set in stone. You know, even contracts can be broken. Even promises can be broken if it's for the highest good of you. Not for the highest good of anybody else, but for the highest good of you. And it's far better to step away now than to go through with it knowing that it's not right for you. Because ultimately, if you go through with it and it's not right for you, it's you that's going to end up miserable in the end, and the other person that's going to benefit, not you. So if it doesn't benefit you, and if it's not the right thing for you, then back out. You know, it's not too late to back out because nothing is set in stone. Oh, thank you for the confirmation in that. Thank you so much. Well, whatever it is, and I know that you know what it is, who loves playing bingo? There's a lady in spirit connected with you. Who loved bingo? She loved bingo. There's a lady coming through and she's saying she loved to play bingo. She says it's lovely here where she is, but they don't have a bingo machine. And I feel that this was her thing. This was her, you know, she was happiest when she was with her friends playing bingo. Okay, well, your great-grandmother's here as well then. Thank you for the confirmation. She said she'll know me by my bingo. She was a bit of a bingo addict. She says most of the time she lost more than what she won, but you know what? It's the thrill of the chase that she liked. It wasn't just the playing of the bingo. It was being amongst her friends and socialising with her friends. And she said, you know, she's well and she's happy where she is, but she does miss her bingo, so. So she loves you know, she says she can still watch others playing bingo, but it's not the same as playing bingo. But she wants you to know she's sending you so much love from Spirit. And she wants you to know that she's always with you and she's always with the family as well. Oh, bless. Yeah, you're up late. Well, she says she's only a whisper. Your grandmother says she's only a whisper away. You just need to say her name and she'll be with you. She knows how much you miss her. And that's why she wanted to take the chance while I was reading your card to come through with you. And it's her that's looking after your cat, by the way. She's just let me know. She says, I had to let the cat come first because the cat wanted to come first, but your grandmother's, great-grandmother's looking after the cat. So they are together. She misses you all too, but she says she sees you every day. She's with you every single day. And she says, I'm only a whisper away. If you need me, just call out my name or just think my name and I'm right there beside you. So she's sending you lots of kisses, lots of hugs, and lots of love. Oh, I'm okay. I'm a bit of a night, Lily, you know me, I'm a night owl. I'm up with the moon. It's after just after midnight here, but we're always up till about 5, 6 in the morning. Both me and my partner are night owls. He's a witch and I'm a witch, and witches kind of we come alive when the moon's out. So, but yeah, I am fine. Oh, thank you, Carly. Yeah, I've always been a night owl, even since I was young. I was always up wide awake with the moon. And I haven't changed in 57 years. So, there's no point in me trying to change. I'm just a bit of a night owl. But Famous Ash, I'm so glad I was able to read that card for you today, and I'm so glad your grandmother, your great grandmother, and your cat came through during that reading, because I know you felt so much love for them, but they felt so much love for you, and they just wanted to take the opportunity during this live to come to you. So thank you so much for your confirmation and for being with me throughout my lives. You're such a huge supporter and I love you dearly. So thank you. Thank you to Debbie and to Pixie and to everyone that has joined me. Mama Leah, Wishing Star, Courtney, McKenna, and of course, we're on our last reading, which is Lady Anne. Do you know what? It's lovely. This is why I love TikTok. I have met some absolutely amazing people here on TikTok, and they've been so supportive. And I do try and get back to everybody's comment, and I do try and get through my ever long reading list that I have on. Thank you for everyone for being patient. Thank you for everyone who wants to join me on my live. But if I added people on my live when I'm doing my readings, I would get distracted. I'm hoping to do just like a general chat session one night where I'm not doing readings, I'm just wanting to have a general question and answers chat, and I may be able then to open the live to ask, for people to join me live on video. But for my cards and affirmation of the day and these single readings, just so that I can stay focused, I don't usually add anyone to my live, so apologies for that, folks. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? Everyone here inspires me as well. Your support inspires me, because do you know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all your support. So I have all of you to thank. I truly do. I don't know if Lady Anne is still with us. But I'm just shuffling these cards for our Lady Anne. Oh, we can do that. Let me just jot that down. Yep, I can do that. I can do a chat about spiritual awareness. Yeah. I love people asking me for topics that they would like me to share with them. So I've jotted that down in my notes, and I will add that to my list of to-do things that I want to do, because that's part of what I do. I like to share my wisdom. I like people coming on and asking for questions, asking questions and answers, as well as me doing my readings, etc. So, yeah. I'm also going to be doing some lives about natural hair care, natural health and beauty, because a lot of the chemicals, a lot of the stuff that we use, including in our makeup, have got nasty chemicals in them that can actually have an adverse effect on our health and our well-being. So I'm hoping to do a chat on natural health and beauty products. A lot of the pharmaceutical medication that we take, they may make you feel better for a short time, but the side effects can actually be worse than the actual cure. So I'm hoping to do something like that as well. Good night, my love. Good night, bestie. Sleep well, and give your love to your mum and your dad. And anytime you're up this end and you're passing by the shops or whatever, come on in. We'd love to see you. Even if it's this weekend, if you're not doing anything this weekend, pop in this weekend. We'd love to see you. And I know Rocky and Leo would love to see you. Oh, wonderful. Okay. I will see if she's followed me. I'll see if she's followed me after this live, and then I will give her my YouTube link, and she can catch up with her reading on the YouTube link so that she doesn't miss it. So I will do Lady Anne's card for her, and I will see if I can catch her on TikTok, and I will DM her and let her know that her reading's on my YouTube channel or my Facebook group, because I do have a Facebook group as well. It's called The Spiritual World of the Mystic Witch. It's on my website. All my links are on my website. I also have a music channel too for anybody that loves spiritual music, pop music, country music. I have a music channel over on Facebook as well, and I share a lot of my music and do songs, and everybody's welcome to share songs on there as well. The link for that is on my website. I have a website with all my links. It has my shop on there that has some amazing, I use their makeup all the time because it's natural. I use the remedies on there, so do take a look at my shop as well. My favourite shop. It's where I get all my makeup because it doesn't have chemicals in it. I won't use anything that's got chemicals in it because it's bad for the earth. Witches are warriors for the well-being of Mother Earth. So we don't use chemicals in our hair. We don't use chemicals in our medications. We use all herbal, and we promote all herbal as well. It's better for us. It's better for the planet. Okay, so let's see what Lady Anne's card is. For Lady Anne, your hard work is paying off, and it's a new moon in Capricorn. I love the new moon in Capricorn. I'm a genuine Capricorn. I am the goat, which fits in with my witchcraft quite well. But Lady Anne, you've been working hard, and you feel that your work has not been noticed or not been recognised. You might feel that it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And although you can't see the progress that you are making and the baby steps that you are making, your progress is, bye Lily, your progress is being seen by others. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. Will you be successful in this? Yes. This card is definitely saying to you that the new moon, any new moon, is full of promises. We manifest things on the new moon, And when it's saying the new moon's coming, it means it's giving a rough time scale for things to be successful. We have a new moon coming after the full moon. I always do a daily moon phase on my profile, so you know exactly when the next new moon is. The new moon is a great time for manifesting success in any endeavour that you are doing, whether it's working towards a career, whether it's setting up your own business, whether it's starting a new hobby or a new craft. It doesn't matter. Success is in the future for you. And this is what the card is saying loud and clear. You might not think that your hard work has been noticed and that you're not getting anywhere with it. Your hard work is being noticed in the long run, and it's going to pay off in dividends. So hopefully you get to see this reading on my group, and you can maybe get back to me on that, give me some feedback on it if you like. But that ends our 5 readings for tonight. Hi Gracie, I would love to do more readings, but I would be here till the cows come home, I suppose. And I do have little mini readings to do after this live on my profile page. I do have a pinned post on my profile. So if you click that follow button on my profile page and hit the like, and if you go to the comments on that post and just comment card please. When I see your comment, I will jot your name down for a reading and I will comment that you are on my readings list. I do roughly 2 to 3 readings a day on here from that list. So it may take time to get round to your reading because the list is just growing every day, which is amazing. I can't thank you all enough for your support. I thought when I started the new free readings list that I would maybe just get 1 or 2 names. But every time I look at the list, it just grows and grows and grows. So feel free to go along there and put your name down for a card. Alternatively, I am here every night doing my card and affirmation of the day live, and I do pick 5 names each night just at random that come up from people's comments. So you can still keep coming on and trying to get one of my 5 every night, but still put your name down on the readings list because you'll be guaranteed a reading at some point when I get down to your name on the list. I hope that helps. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. Thank you. You too, Gracie. Well, I'm going to fly, and it's been absolutely amazing. Thank you to everyone for your likes, your comments, your gifts. I've just been overwhelmed with your kindness and your support. So a huge thank you to everyone. I can't thank you enough. Thank you to everyone who has followed me from this live that hasn't already been one of my followers. I do go through my followers and I will follow back. Guys, if you followed me and I follow you back, please don't jump in my DM with how are you, do you want a date or sugar daddy, because I will more than likely ignore the DMs. My DMs are only for people who want advice spiritually or who need help with healing, etc., or who need to ask questions. Please don't jump in my DM box for general sort of chit chat, guys, because I don't have time. I'm always busy doing readings or healings for other people, and then I try and fit time in for my partner as well. So just putting that out there. But thank you, everyone. Love you all. Have a great Friday evening, and I look forward to coming live again tomorrow evening with you all. Take care. Love and blessings to everyone. Have a great night. Let's see if you can Sometimes this off button works and sometimes it doesn't, so bear with me, everyone. TikTok can be slow. There we go. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's see. It keeps on hitting the wrong button. Let's hit, there we go. Okay, good night, everyone.